Welcome back to Home and Away, where we're visiting Midnight Farm in Baldwin City. Let's talk about the component of Midnight Farm that deals with giving a very meaningful and purposeful existence to not only children with disabilities, but adults with disabilities as well.
I think that's so important for everyone's lives, to feel a sense of purpose and some sort of meaningful work. And that's hard to do oftentimes with individuals with disabilities. And one thing that living out here does provide is those opportunities to be on the land, to work in horticultural and agricultural
There's so
areas.
many jobs. There
really
are.
Are.
It's just countless jobs.
Right. It really opens up a lot of options that just, don't exist other places.
Let's talk about that residential component, Mike. Who lives here and how do they get that opportunity?
Those are individuals, without going into who they are, but those are individuals who, first and foremost, they want to live a rural life. We're not looking for somebody that just needs a house. We're looking for adults with developmental disabilities who want to live and they want to work and or recreate a rural life. It's a family, and a number of people, sometimes two, sometimes one, sometimes three people with developmental disabilities will live in a home. Sometimes it's a duplex, sometimes it's a single home. This one is of our own design, but it's a partially intermixed family, but with also their own separate living spaces so that they can have a great deal of independence. And the family is a teaching family, and we call them extended family teachers. And that's the name that we have given them. It's a very teaching-oriented, very goal-oriented program that has the hallmark of which is the national turnover rate for caregivers in our industry is 71%. And in the extended family teaching model, it's less than 5.
So that provides a sense of stability and consistency.
Exactly. And that translates to delivering services that are of the highest quality, but within the available funds that you have.
As we speak about the teaching family, Midnight Farm is very dependent on its volunteer base. Talk a little bit about that aspect.
Outside of the camp, we have over 50 volunteers that have already committed to providing help at Midnight Farm for the farm and the equestrian and the riding program. And actually we have our target on 100 volunteers. We have all these functions, including the horticultural program and other kinds of things that are emerging. We want this to be an enriched experience, not just for the people with disabilities and the kids, but for the volunteers and the community gardens and the things that we're going to do. So we need a lot of people, but it'll be a lot of fun.
When I was visiting the other day, I spoke with a woman who was a mother of a child with autism, and I asked her what this meant to her, and she said, "It swells my heart." Those were her words. "It swells my heart to see a place like this come into existence." When I visited your website the other day, the CLO motto said, "Making a meaningful difference." I think anyone who's watched our program today, and certainly anyone who visits Midnight Farm, will know that you're certainly making very big efforts in that direction. Thank you very much for sharing Midnight Farm with us and our viewers today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us. I'm Lori Carson, and we'll see you next time on Home and Away.